Could you please open page 6? It's the first unit. It's titled No Place Like Home. No Place Like Home. So, take a look at the first unit, please. So, take a look at the first part. In the test your grammar part, the blue triangle, or rather square, okay? Take a look at the first question. Which time expressions from the box can be used with the sentences below? So take a look here. We have 10 sentences. On the right, inside the box, we have some time expressions. Let's read the first sentence as an example. Number 1. My parents met in Paris. My parents met in Paris. Which time expressions from here, from the box, can I use with this one? Yes? Yes, go ahead. Very good. So one choice is what? My parents met in Paris in the 1970s. There are other alternatives. Yes? Ages ago. My parents met in Paris ages ago. Can you find another one? Yes? Very good. My parents met during a snowstorm. All right. You can sit next to your friend so that you can follow in her book. Anyone who doesn't have a book, okay, you can sit next to someone. So, what about sentence number 2? Just like an example. Travel abroad outside, yes? They sometimes travel abroad. What tense is this sentence? What tense is it? Present simple. Very good. Are there other alternatives? Yes? They never travel abroad, or they frequently travel abroad. Very good. Now, pair work. Each two sit next to each other and try to write the sentences, please. Okay? Try to write the sentences. Yes, the same sentences. Sit next to each other. Move the chairs if you like to. Okay? Be active. Move. It's okay. You can move. Yeah. Move your chair or move from your place. Sit next to someone and rewrite the sentences. Okay? You can come here, please. What's your name? Iman, you can come forward if you like to. Come on. Now, I'll give you... Oh, by the way, no Arabic in class. No Arabic in class. So please spend 3 minutes in rewriting the sentences. Which time expressions from the box can I use with the sentences? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, okay. Excuse me, what's your name? We are having a group work, so you have to sit next to someone. Yes. Yeah, so here you have the sentence. What can I use from here to complete the sentence? Work together. It's much fun if you work together. So you have about 3 minutes. Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah. All right, let's take some of your sentences. Let's start with sentence number 3, because we skipped number 2. Sentence number 3. And since I don't know your names, please, as you answer, just tell me your name. Okay? So who would like to read sentence number 3? Yes, go ahead. Yes.
They were working in Canada for a year.
Very good. That's one example or one choice, alternative. Yes, what else? Yes, sorry. Very good. They were working in Canada. Is there another alternative? Yeah.
They were working in Canada in the 1970s.
Very good. That's correct. Yes. What else? Yes. Since I was a child. Good. All of these are acceptable. What about number 4? Yes, go ahead.
I was born in Montreal during a snowstorm.
Very good. Another alternative.
Montreal in the 1970s.
Very good. Another choice. Another choice. Yes, go ahead.
I was born in Montreal ages ago.
Ages ago. What about the next sentence, which is sentence number 5? 5. Yes, go ahead.
My grandparents have lived in England since I was a child.
Very good. That's correct. Another alternative. Yes, go ahead.
My parents have lived in
In the 1970s. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Again, please. Ages ago. Yeah, have lived there for ages is better. For ages is better. All right. Now, let's stop here. Go back to the sentences. Which sentences are about the past? Go through the sentences. Just tell me the numbers. Which sentences are about the past? Yes? Very good. That's one of them. 4 is in the past. Yes. Number 1. Yes. Correct. Number 3. And number 6 as well. So 1, 3, 4, and 6 are all about the past. 5 is not. 5 is something else. We'll come to it. All right. So which sentences refer to the future? Ask about the future. Yes? It's sentence number 7. Yes, what else? Someone else? Yes? Yes, number 10 is about the future as well. There's only one. Yes? Number 8. So 7, 8, and 10. All the sentences are about the future tense. Now, which sentence, just one of them, that talks about something which is true all the time? True. Correct. All the time. Yes? Number 2. What tense is it? What tense? Present simple. So we use the present simple for actions or things which are true all the time. And we use it for 2 things. Habits and facts. So we have 2 more sentences which connect the past with the present. The past with the present. Which are they? Which are they? Hands, please. Hands. Yes? Yes, number 5 and 9. What tense are these sentences? One of them is present perfect. Simple. And the other one is present perfect. Continuous. Very good. Now take a look at the picture here. Here we have a letter. And we have a picture of a boy. What do you think he's doing? What do you think he's doing? He's right. How does he feel? Bored. Bored. He's bored, right? So, here's what I want you to do. Take a look at exercise number 1 together. Read the letter. Who is writing? Who to? Where is he? What is he complaining about? How old do you think the writer is? Now I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes. Read the letter carefully and then answer the questions, even orally, even if you take notes. Okay? Go ahead. So, who's writing? Hands please, hands please. Yes? Max, and he's a boy. Good. Who to? Who is he writing to? Yes? To his parents, to his father and mother. Very good. Next question, which says, where is he? Right now, where is he? He at the Grove Hill Summer Camp. Summer camp, you know it, right? It's a place where boys or kids or children go after school during the summer month. Good. So what is he complaining about? Complain? He's not happy about. He is not happy about. Yes? He is homesick. He's feeling bored, right? So how old do you think he is? How old do you think he is? Yes? 14 to 15 years old. All right? Just the beginning of teenage years. So, take a look at exercise number 2. Here we have questions and answers about Max. Questions and answers about Max. Let's take question number 1. How long Max at the summer camp? Can you complete the question? Yes? Very good. What's the answer? How long has he been? How long has he been? By the way, what tense is this? What tense? Present perfect. Present perfect. Simple. So what's the answer? Just what? Just 2 days. So the question again is what? How long has Max been at the summer camp? The answer is just 2 days. Again, I'll give you 2 minutes. Complete the question and the answer. The question and the answer. Using the letter. All right. Need more time? Do you need more time? All right, let's start with the first one. Second one, I mean. What's the question? Yes, go ahead.
I answered that.
No, just read the question and the answer.
Is he having a good time?
Is he having a good time? What do you think? Huh?
No, not really. He's very homesick.
He is feeling very homesick. Homesickness is a feeling. He is feeling homesick. Good. Number 3. 3. Yes. Yes. You should say your name so that I don't confuse you. Okay? Yes, what's your name? Haya. And what's your friend's name? Khulud. Go ahead. Very good. So again, is this his first time at the summer camp? No, it is not. He has been once before. Has been. What tense is that? Present perfect. Remember, perfect means before now. So it connects the past with the present. Number 4. Number 4. Anyone? Number 4. Yes, go ahead. Rana, yes.
Number 4. Did he like it at the pine trees? Oh yes, he did very much.
Very good. Remember, we're asking about an action that happened in the past, so you use did. Next question, which is 5. 5. 5, yes, Ms. Khulud.
Why was that? Because they did things like actually and mountain biking.
Very good, excellent. Number 6. Yes, go ahead.
What he is doing tomorrow?
What is he doing tomorrow? Very good. So sometimes we can use the present continuous to express a plan in the future. What? A plan in the future. Something that he arranged to do in the future. The last one, number 7. Number 7. Yes, go ahead.
Why does he need his cell phone? Because all the kids have games.
Very good. Why does he need or want? Why does he need or want his cell phone? Great. Now take a look at this PowerPoint presentation. It's a summary of the tenses that you'll find here. Here we have the auxiliary verbs, be, do, and have. Can you fill the blank with the appropriate verb? Note that you have to change the form of the verb in some cases, because be has many forms. It could be am, is, or are in the present. And in the past, was or were. Was for singular, were for plural. Again, have and has are for the present, and had for the past. The same goes with do and does for the present, and the past is did. So, number 1, which is this one. I know they are non-numbered. Yes?
They were sleeping before yesterday.
What tense is this? They were sleeping. Were sleeping. Past continuous. Very good. Next one. Next one. Yes, go ahead.
They should have finished this class earlier.
Switch off your phones, please. Okay, switch off your phones. Yes, again.
They shouldn't finish this class earlier.
They should have finished. Have finished. What tense is this? Have finished. Present. Perfect. Very good. You must be... Oh, I answered accidentally. You must be kidding. So you have a free mark for this one. Okay, what about the next one? Yes, go ahead.
Do you smoke?
Do you smoke? Here we use do. What about the next one? Yes?
Are you a smoker?
Are you a smoker? All the time. Are you a painter? Are you an engineer? Okay, and so on. Next one? Yes? Have you ever tried sushi? Have you ever tried pizza? Have you ever tried whatever? Okay? Someone else? Yes? What are you doing right now? Remember, the present continuous is the real present. It describes most of the time what is happening right now. What are we doing? We are studying right now. Yes?
Are you going to ask us about, would you give us like sentence, then you will ask us this, which tense is it?
No, I'm not. Remember, this is just the first unit. So we're only revising all the tenses. Okay? So as we go on, even with the reading text, I will ask you, this sentence, what does it mean? What tense is it? Is the action complete or not? Tenses help us understand the action. When did it happen? That's the point. Yes, go ahead. Where have you been? Where have you been? So, let's go on. Now, these are modals. Modals express your intentions. So, here we have probability, obligation, willingness, I am willing, and we have a request for someone. You are so late. Okay? This is just the first time. Go ahead. Request. Request, asking someone for help. So, take a look at the sentences. Can you help me? Yes? It's a request. Can you help me? Good. I will help you. I will help you. I will help you. Yes? Willingness. I am willing to help you. He must be at least 70. Yes? Obligation, is it? Obligation is when you ask someone to do something. You command him. It's probability. He must be at least 70. I am not sure. Okay, he must be at least 70. Probability. And the last one would be obviously what? Obligation. You must try harder. Time. What is the time referred to in the following sentences? Is it now, all time, past or future? So, take a look at the first sentence. English people drink tea. Yes. All time. It's true all the time. They like tea. Good. Shh, I'm watching this program now. Yes? It's now. I'll see you later. Future. And the last one would be obviously I went to England last summer. Now aspect, you know, the tenses are three. Present, past, and future. Aspect is within each tense, whether it is simple, present simple, past simple, or future simple, or continuous. And don't play with your phones in my class. I will not ignore the matter at all. Okay? Phones are out of my class. See? So, for each tense, you could have a tense which is simple, continuous, or perfect. Now let's take a look at these sentences. By the way, some of them could have two answers. So, the sun rises in the east. Yes? Yes, correct. It's present simple. I have read this book before. I have read this book before. Yes? It's present perfect. Very good. I'm reading a book now. I'm reading a book now. Yes? It's a present continuous tense. I have been reading the book since morning. Perfect continuous. So it falls under two aspects. Good. I will see you later. Huh? We don't have future. We are either simple, continuous, or perfect. So what do you think? Huh? I will see you later. Huh? Just simple. Just simple. Simple future. Okay? So I have met him in 2003. Present, perfect, simple. Okay? Active and passive voice. What's the difference? In active voice, we have the subject. In passive voice, we don't have the subject. It's either we don't know him, or it's unimportant. So like Ahmed broke the window, we know him. Alaykum salam. Don't be late next time, please, okay? So the window was broken. Either we don't know who broke the window, or it's not important. So let's take a look here. Which sentences are active and which sentences are passive? Number one. Yes, go ahead. Read it, please. Read it, please.
Hamlet was written by Shakespeare.
Very good. This is a passive sentence. This is a passive sentence. Hamlet was written by Shakespeare. Sometimes it's essential to use by and the subject, but in most cases you don't need to. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, yes. Active voice. You have the subject, the verb, and the object. He should have been informed. He should have been informed. Huh? What do you think? Yes? It is passive. Who informed him? You should invite him. You should invite him. Yes, go ahead. It's active. You have the subject, the verb, and the object. The last one. This castle was built in the 18th century. It's passive. It's passive as well. Okay? So these, yes. Between passive and active. Active, you have the subject. You have the verb, and you have the object.
Like the first one, I thought it was active.
No, it's not. Hamlet was written by someone. I only explained who wrote it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you mention the name because it's essential. Because the sentence wouldn't be correct if I didn't include by Shakespeare. So if the sentence was Hamlet was written, it's incomplete sentence. See? That's why we need, please be on time next time, okay? So Hamlet was written, it's an incomplete sentence. That is why in certain cases you need to mention the subject, okay, by someone else. It depends on whether the verb needs an object or doesn't need an object. So where is it? The castle was built in the 18th century. Here I didn't mention who built the castle because I don't need to. The sentence is complete without mentioning what? The subject. It doesn't matter who built it, okay? But here it matters because Hamlet is a very famous play and we need to mention who wrote this play. Okay? Yes? The passive? No, on the contrary. In the passive sentence, you don't have the subject. Okay? We focus on the action. We focus on the action. Active, there is a subject. But with the passive, we either don't mention the subject or we don't need it. Clear? All right. Now let's move on to the reading part. Let's move on to the reading part. Please open page 10. Please open page 10. You need this? Can I wipe it up? So, the title of the reading is Expat Tales. Expat is someone who lives abroad. So let's think for a while. Why do people go abroad? Why do people live abroad? Why do people go and live abroad? What are the reasons? Give me reasons. Why? Yes? To work. Very good. What else? To study. Yes? New chances. Very good. New opportunities. Let's say. New chances. Yes, what else? I'm sure you have plenty of ideas. Why else do people go or travel abroad? Yes? To have a good life, better conditions, yeah, better life. Yeah, what else? Yes? Yeah, for tourism, for entertainment, tourism. Great. Today's reading lesson is about two persons who traveled abroad. One went to Chile. Where's Chile, by the way? Chile. In South America. In South America. And the other one went to Korea. Where's Korea? In Asia. Very good. Now, before we begin, take a look at exercise number 2. We need to guess. Okay, so let's say C for Chile, C for Chile, K for Korea. Sentences and try to guess. I know we haven't read the text yet, but let's guess which sentences are about Chile and which sentences are about the text which is on page 12, which is about Korea. Don't go to the text, just read and guess. Just read and guess. So number 1 says, as we are 2,600 meters above sea level, I easily get puffed when I'm exercising. What do you think? Is this sentence about Korea or Chile? Korea. Do you disagree? Write your own answers. And then later on, we'll check our answers once we have finished reading the text. Number 2, soccer is a really big deal here. Ever since they hosted the 2002 World Cup. Yes? Korea. Write your own answers. Then we'll check them. 3, we converse in what we call Spanglish. Huh? Well, we will finish in time to have a break. Okay? So around 4:45, so on. So you can leave then. Okay? Yes? It's Chile. Good. Number 4, learning Chinese characters stinks. Oh. Yeah, they write in Chinese characters, alphabets. 5, its surrounding mines are said to make more money than any other city. Mines, you know mines? Where they get gold, copper, and so on. Silver. Yes? Chile. 6, I can eat spicy food like kimchi. Korea. 7. It's also normal to roll out. You know roll out? Roll out to spread like a carpet, to spread a carpet. So you can roll out mattresses and sleep on the floor. Korea. 8. We now have a pleasant walkaway along the seafront, like our Gulf Road. Chilling. Great. Now here's what I want you to do. Take a look. The first text is on pages 10 and 11. The other text about Korea, about Thomas Creed, who went to live in Korea, is on page 12. You're not going to read everything. I'm going to divide you, right? So this side of the class, starting from here, please read about Ian Walker Smith. Just read this text and check your answers. As you read, I need you to do for me. Underline difficult words. Underline new expressions that you find. Same goes here. But from here, this side of the class, you will read only page 12, which is about Thomas Creed, who went to Korea. I'll give you 8 minutes. So start now. And remember, active reading means using a pen or a highlighter. Just underline the important expressions or new vocabulary items that you find. Work in pairs. You can move your chair, sit next to someone else. It's okay. Don't play with using your phone, please. Okay? Forget phones. I can see you wherever you are. All right. Now, who would like to read from this side of the class the first part, which is about Ian Walker Smith, the person who went to live abroad? Where did he go to? Chile. Who would like to read the first introduction? Who would like to read? Anyone? Remember, we are here to make what? Mistakes. You are correct. We are here to make mistakes. Otherwise, we won't improve. Yes, at the back. Please read the introduction. Yeah.
Ian Walker Smith comes from England, but now lives in
In Chile.
He's married to
A Chilean. Good. That's great. Now, can I stop you here? Most of the sentences here, in which tense are they? Most of the sentences here. Present simple. Things which are true all the time. Things which are true or facts all the time. Good. Next paragraph. Anyone from there? Yes, go ahead, Ms. Khulud. So he goes to work and stays there for 8 days, and then he has a vacation of 6 days. The drive is 2-hour drive, so it's very difficult and exhausting. That's why he says it takes a real toll. What does it mean? It takes a real toll. Huh? Actually, it means very tiring, very exhausting, okay, very demanding. All right, next paragraph. Where he works. Where he works. Who would like to read it? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Dalal. What is an observatory? What's an observatory? In the same sentence you have the answer. It's a place where you have telescopes and scientists use it to watch the sky. Like here in Kuwait we have Al-Ijairis observatory. It's the same thing. Yes, go on please. What does this mean? My role is to make sure that computers run 24/7. What does this mean? 24 hours. So my role, my job is to make sure that they are working correctly, properly, all the time around the clock. Yes, go on. Very good. He's describing how this place is way above sea level. And I easily get puffed when I'm exercising. What does this mean? Get puffed. Tired or out of breath when he exercises because there's less oxygen up there. Okay? So why he moved? What's the reason? Why he moved to Chile? I need someone to read. Someone else. Come on. Yes, Miss Haya. Yes, a question? Yes, 1 minute. Again, please. Yeah, it means checked. It means the bounds of our probe means the scientists study them. They are studied. Okay, so the skies are studied. Yes, go on, Miss Haya. Itchy feet. What does this mean, by the way? He was 25 years old, he was young, he had itchy feet and wanted to see the world. What does this mean? Itchy, by the way, means that you need to scratch something. Itchy means you need to scratch something. Itchy feet. What does this mean? Yes? Yes? Yes, you. He was eager to go. Why do you want to go and leave your place? Why? What's the reason? Most of the time. You are either bored with your old job, your old country, your old place, and you want to experience a new job, exciting life, and so on. Okay, so itchy feet means you are bored with your situation and you want a new, better situation. Yes, go on. So he put a CV together. It means he wrote his CV, arranged it, and sent it, and applied for this job. Next paragraph, which is about life in Chile, where he describes life in Chile. Would like to read it? Someone? Yes, Khulud.
Landing at Santiago Airport was my first experience of language being such a barrier.
Barrier. Why is it a barrier? Why is language a barrier? When you go to live or study abroad, the first barrier that you find is language. If you don't know the language of that country, okay, you're so late, okay, don't do it again. So, the first rule or the first barrier is that you don't know the language of that country. Yes, go on, Ms. Khulud.
I couldn't speak more than in Spanish. And we believed that my baggage had got lost. So my first couple of hours in Chile were spent trying to retrieve my missing
Possessions.
Today, I can order food at a restaurant and argue with mechanics about my car, but I can't really make myself understood on any deeper level. I can't get my thoughts across as an
I can't get my thoughts across. It means I cannot deliver the message as I wanted to. I can't explain myself just exactly like I do in my native language. Okay? Let's go on.
across as a native speaker. Could Andrea speak pretty good English and we converse in what we call Spanglish, unless we can understand each other.
Good, so it's a mix of English and Spanish. Alright, next paragraph. Next paragraph. Yes, Ms. Della, go ahead. Chilean. It's.
These are safe to make more money. Partially, others during my time here, some money has been put out into the city.
Municipal.
Have been much improved. We now have a pleasant road lane along the seafront.
Very good. Now, when you go to live or study abroad, most people become homesick. You miss some things about your country, your native country. So what does he miss? What he misses? What does he miss about his country? Let's go ahead. Friends. The what? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. What did? The greenery. The greenery means trees, grass, flowers. They had plenty of them. Because remember, where is he working? Right in the middle of the desert. So he misses the greenery in England, back in England. So let me read the last paragraph. What he misses. Even after 4 years, I don't feel I belonged. Belong where? To Chile. I don't belong. During the summer, I went back to the UK for a month's holiday. On landing at Heathrow, the airport, I felt at home straight away. He felt himself at home. What I miss most is greenery. You know greenery? Trees, grass, and so on. Anything that's green. My own culture still fits me like the winter gloves. He fits there in England. My own culture still fits me like the winter gloves I left behind when I came to work in the desert sun. Shame I can't say the same of my old winter trousers. It means his old clothes do not fit him anymore because he has become older. So the point here is we can use this in our writing. Use the expressions, use the structures, and use the organization in writing, for example, a topic about the advantages and disadvantages of living abroad. What are the reasons? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? There's one good idea, one topic you can pick and practice, okay, to write a 4-paragraph essay. A 4-paragraph essay. It's something possible, a possible topic that you can find. Okay? Now take a look at the exercise here, which is very important before we go on with the writing. Here we have 2 boxes, language word. These are like special expressions. We call them idioms and collocations. They have special meanings. So next to each one, you have the number 1 or 2, which means either this one, the first text 1, or 2, the next one, which is about Thomas. And 10 means the line where you find this word. So number 1, it takes a real toll. Text number 1, line number 10, it's a real toll. What does a real toll mean? Exhausting, tiring, okay, and so on. Next one, the computers run 24/7. What does it mean? The computers run 24/7. They work around the clock every week, every day in the week. Good. Next one, I easily get puffed. I easily get puffed. Tired, out of breath, especially when I exercise. Itchy feet. Itchy feet. Huh? Yes, very good. You want to leave your job, the desire to leave your job or place to a better place or a better job. Winter gloves means here his culture, his old surroundings, and so on. Can you do the same thing with the other box? Thomas in Korea. Go back to the text. What do these expressions mean? I'll give you 2 minutes. Try to find out what do they mean. Guess, what do they mean? I'm really into soccer. I'm really into football. I'm really into video games. What does this mean? Huh? You like someone or like something very much. Okay? You like something very much. A really big deal. Soccer, football is a really big deal. Huh? Popular or very important. It's very important. 3. My father doesn't get it. My father doesn't get golf. Huh? Doesn't understand the rules of this game. Doesn't get it. Big shot. My father is a big shot in the company, in the military. Yes? Yeah, very good. He has a very important position in the company or in the military. Big shot. The bad guy is beating him up. Hitting him. Hitting it means hitting him repeatedly. Hitting him repeatedly. Good. Let's skip to this exercise on page 13. Can you see the box, the blue box, which is the grammar box? Okay. Here we have compound nouns and adjectives. You know, some words could be used with other words, either to be nouns or adjectives. Example are compound nouns with the word life. Life. So I'll give you a few examples from the box. So, lifestyle, life size, and let's say choose life expectancy. Life expectancy. All of these are compound adjectives. See the difference? They could be just one word, no space. One word but with a hyphen in between, or one word but with a space in between them. Okay? Now these could be used as nouns or could be used as adjectives. So how do I know? You need to consult your dictionary. There are many of them. And if you go back to the reading text on pages 10 to 12, you probably find at least 10 in each text. So this is a task that you could do at home. Underline the compound nouns or adjectives that you can find in the reading text. Again, you can guess from the context in the reading text whether they are used as a noun or as an adjective. Okay? Now we will do a very brief exercise about 2 words. Home and house. You know some words go with each other. You can't say, I did a mistake. You have to say, I made a mistake. He makes a lot of mistakes. So here we have a number of choices. So I can say house, work. And I can say home, work. But some only go with one of these. So can you guess some of these words? Can you find them? Yes, Ms. Dalla? House? Homesick, very good. Homesick, yes, Ms. Hall. Housewife, very good. Homecoming, it's a party. We're almost done. Huh? The last time, okay? Otherwise, you won't be allowed to come because we only have half an hour left. Yes, here. Hometown. Hometown. Homecoming is a party you do, for example, now we have Hajj coming, right? So people travel to Hajj. When they come back from Hajj, their families have a family gathering and a party for them. This is called a homecoming, when someone returns home. Okay? What else? Yes? House what? Yes, a house plant. A house plant. Very good. Correct. Yes. Home. Homeless. Someone who has no home. Yes. Here. Housemaid. Yeah, the housemaid. It's like a servant who works in the house. Housemaid. We are on page 13. Page 13. So another one, yes, go ahead. Homework as well. So all of these are possibilities. There's also house proud. House proud means he likes everything organized in his house, neat, like our houses. He likes them to be very neat and organized. House proud means someone who likes everything to be organized and neat. Okay? So now let's move on to the writing part, which is on page 110. 110. Please open page 110. When you apply to a new job, you usually send two things. Or at least in England, they send two things. They send a CV and something called a covering letter. What? A covering letter. Page 110, you have an example CV. On page 111, you have an example of a covering letter. So what's the difference between them? In a CV, don't check your mobile phones. I hate mobile phones during classes, okay? So what's the difference between CVs? Between CV and a covering letter? That the CV has what? Brief, detailed, facts. Not brief and detailed. How can it be brief and detailed? Brief facts about yourself, okay? Date of birth, your qualification, education, your work experience, where have you worked before, your interest, your hobbies, and so on. But the covering letter is something else. A covering letter describes what job you are applying to, where did you see this job, and why do you think that you are qualified for this job. So if you compare the one on page 110 with the one on page 111, you can see that here you can use more sentences, longer sentences. You can have paragraphs, letter format, and so on. So before we begin, take a look at the CV. Here we have the CV. But the CV misses some labels, headings on the side. So here the first one is done. Name. What's her name? Her name is Kate Henderson. What about the other parts of information? What about the other paragraphs? So for example, the first one, what is it? Of course, all of these are here in the box. So you have the profile, education, references. If I want to ask to check whether these facts are correct or not, what are your references? Perhaps a previous company manager or a previous teacher and so on. So first one, DOB, what does it mean? Date of birth. So what's this? Again, it includes the address, mobile phones, and so on. What do you call all of these? It's personal details. What about this, the second one? I'm a highly motivated, well-traveled, enthusiastic graduate with practical experience and working with children of all ages. It's not the interest. It's not additional information. It's the profile. A profile is simply a short description of your life. Short description of your life, of your character. So this is a profile. Then the second one, or the next one is easy. What is it? Education, of course. Followed by work experience. That's great. What about the next one? Interest. Very good. It's interest. She is interested in the following hobbies, which are tennis, athletics, volleyball, and so on. What's next? If you want to give more information about something that you think is useful to you in a CV, you put it under additional information. The last thing, references. I want to check whether these are facts, are true or wrong or false. So I'll contact the following people. Okay? This is a general format of a CV. Now, as a homework, I will ask you to write a CV and send it to my email. Follow the same format. But the most important task today that we are going to do is the covering letter. Now, judging from the CV, take a look at this job ad. Job ad, you find in magazines and newspapers and so on. Do you think Kate Henderson fits this job ad? Do you think that this job Kate is applying for, is she well qualified for it? Take a look at the advertisement, okay? And compare it with the CV. Is she well qualified? What do you think? What do they need? They need an activity holiday organizer. Someone to organize activities, organize events at the Canary Islands. So what do they need? They need someone aged between 18 and 30. Is she between 18 and 30? Yes, she is. Is she energetic? Yes, she says so. Is she good at organizing people? Yes, she is, because she has worked with children and good. Do you like kids? She says so. Do you like sport? For sports. Then come and join us as a leader for a fun summer and so on. Now, Kate found this ad and then wrote a letter based on this information, okay, to Mr. Mark Sullivan. Unfortunately, Kate made a terrible mistake. She didn't use what we call which is informal. When you apply to a company or when you write to the government, you should use which? Informal? No, we should use formal. So what's the difference? Informal language, we use colloquial language, okay? And we use what? Abbreviations. We miss some words. I've been there. Been there. So instead of saying I have been there or I have worked in this company, have worked there. So we have abbreviations. We are going to correct the mistakes. How are we going to correct the mistakes? All the expressions that you need are here on the box on the right. So I'll help you with the first one. The first one, of course, address on the right, the top corner, and then the name of the person she's writing to. But then she says, Dear Mark. Do you see it? Dear Mark. It's not her friend, okay? So, the box, I want to exchange it with what? Mr. Sullivan. Now please work in groups of 2 or 3. I will give you around 10 minutes. Correct the whole covering letter. Underline the mistake and write the correct thing from the box. Go ahead. But be quick, okay? No excuses during the class. Whatever you'd like to do before class, please. Okay? Yes? No. Only one on Saturday, and I think it's a boys' class. Okay? But let me check. Okay? Can I have a piece of paper? Just a piece of paper for attendance. Okay. Can I use your pen? someone else. Okay, work together. Don't be on your own. You can move the chair if you like to. Does I strongly encourage group work and pair work. So you can move your chair if you like to. Okay, sit next to someone. Be noisy for a minute. Let's move around. Okay? Bathroom? Yeah, go ahead. You have all written your names? All right, shall we start? Shall we start? All right, let's take it line by line. I'm going to read. Stop me if you spot an example of an informal language, either a word or an expression. So from the beginning, I'm going to skip just the address and the introduction. Then you have Dear Mark. This should be what? Dear Mrs. Sullivan. I'm applying for the post of camp leader, which I saw advertised somewhere recently. You say that to your employer, future employer? I saw your ad somewhere recently. What should I use? Yes? Very good. Very good. Here's my CV. Here's my CV. Is this a formal language or an informal language? Informal. What should I use from the box? Huh? It's not that. From the box, all the choices that you need are from the box on the right.
Here's my CV. It's usually spoken English. See you. I'll give you my CV. Right? But there's another expression. What is it? Please find enclosed my CV. Please find enclosed my CV. So underline here my CV is just here is, and please find enclosed. Or alternatively, you can just put numbers. So number 1 here and number 1 on the right and so on. So let's go on. I reckon. It's not that. Something else. I feel. I feel what? I reckon I have just about everything. Is it just about everything? I reckon what? I feel what? Yes, anyone? Huh? I feel I have many of the relevant qualifications. Relevant means fits the job. So again, I feel I have many of the relevant qualifications needed for this job. I have worked, very good. I have worked extensively with what? Kids? No, kids. What do you use instead of kids? Young adults. Young adults. Clear? Any problem so far? So this last sentence again. I feel I have many of the relevant qualifications needed for this job. I have worked extensively with young adults. Doing what? Organizing a variety of activities. So instead of do what I tell them, organizing a variety of activities. You want me to repeat it again? So, I have worked loads, underline loads, with kids. I have worked extensively with young adults. Doing all kinds of stuff. Organizing a variety of activities. They generally do what I tell them. They respect my leadership abilities. Leadership abilities means the skills that I have in order to be a leader, to command people. So underline do what I tell them, and write respect my leadership abilities. And we manage to have a great time together. Establish a good working relationship. Working relationship, something that always goes on. Having studied psychology and education at university, I know quite a bit about. Have a certain understanding of the behavior of, is it kids? Young adults. Okay, don't be caught like this. Alright? So, this is the difference between formal and informal language. At home, what do I need you to do? One CV. And I need you to write, exercise actually number 4 or 8. Read number 8. Write your CV and a covering letter for a job you would really like to have or to do, and you are well qualified for that job. So are you following me? Choose a job that you think you are well qualified for. Write a similar CV. You have the model now on page 110. And write a covering letter. So again, remind me, what's the difference between CV and a covering letter? So, CV, facts, details, brief information about myself. What about the covering letter? Covering letter. When do I use a covering letter? Explain. Yes, very good. Your qualification and so on. And this usually happens when you see a job advertisement and you try to convince the company that you are the right person for this job. So you explain your qualifications, your background, your interest, and you have more room to write sentences longer. Any questions about these? Yes. It's more personal. You are basically praising yourself, right? You are praising yourself. So, CV and a covering letter. Now, before we go on, I'll just like to... Sorry about this. Touch about something in the workbook. Could you please, of course, anything left out from the student book and the workbook, you are supposed to do at home as practice. So you did an exercise in the student book or the workbook. How can you check your answers? Do you know how to check your answers? The answer keys are all on the website. Okay, let me show you, just in case. So please take a look here. Am I covering it? So don't know if it works. We go to academics, English language unit. Scroll down. Don't know if scroll down. Yeah. And here you have it. EL112. The upper intermediate answer key for the SB student book. Okay, and the next one is for the workbook. And here you have the course calendar. So everything you need is in here. All right? I expect you to do Unit 1, exercise book. Any problem with any of the exercises, go back to the answer key or just send me. By the way, about send them by email. Just send. Didn't manage next time. I just want to draw your attention to one exercise in the workbook. Up in page 9 in the workbook, please. Page 9 in the workbook. Roll out. Remember roll out? What does it mean? To spread something like a carpet, blanket. You roll it out. It has been folded and you roll it out. What kind of verb is this? What do we call it? Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Let's read the box here. Caution box. It says that phrasal verbs sometimes have a literal meaning. Exact meaning. Look up. You look up. Okay? In reality. But sometimes it could have an idiomatic meaning. Idiomatic means it's not the same meaning. It has another meaning. So take a look at the example. I looked up the tree, but I couldn't see my... What kind of use or usage is this? Literal. I looked up the tree and I couldn't find my cat. But the second example, I looked up the spelling in my dictionary. Looked up. It means search. Okay? That's the difference. Now, briefly, take a look at the exercise, which is exercise number 1. Here you have the prepositions which go with the verbs. So which ones are we going to use? So for example, number 1, the dentist said my tooth was bad. So he had to pull it out. So I'll give you 2. Which preposition goes with each verb here? Okay? Go ahead. You have 10 sentences.
wants his microphone. Okay. So, very quickly. Number two. Number two. Yes, Ms. Dara. So it is away. Number two is what? Away. Three. Yeah, fell down. Very good. Fell down. Yes? Yeah, if you are riding something, I fell off the motorbike, the horse, and so on. Yes, off. Good. It's down and in. Okay, down or in. Number six. Six, yes. Ah, that's a great expression. Came off. Came off my shirt. Can you sew it back on? Can you sew it back on? Yes? Go ahead. Eat out. Eat out. Go to a restaurant and eat. Very good. 8. Yes? Very good. Back. To take back. What does it mean? Take back? Return. Very good. Always it's a good strategy. If you want to increase the number of words that you know, write synonyms. So take back, return. So try to find new meanings or new synonyms for the words that you know already. Yes, Ms. Della, next one. Bring it in. Bring it in, return it to home. And the last one? The last one, yes. Actually, it's throw away. Throw away means you get rid of it. You get rid of it. All right. So again, because we have short-term memories. What's my name? And what are my rules? Huh? Be on time. Be positive. Don't say, don't come. Be on time. Okay? What else? The most important, you are not allowed to, whether it's behind your backs or under the desk, wherever it is. And the third rule, always work hard. Okay? Please send this material by email. Okay? No, next week. You have 7 days. No marks at all. It's for your own improvement. Yes. All right, inshallah. 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 Another section? We're not allowed to give you another section. Okay? Because Dr. Abdullah Al-Ajmi, who was the deputy president, okay, said no changing of timing. Okay? You will attend my class, but you need another section? Earlier than this one? No, I don't. On Thursday, I only have one section.